hello. I forgot if this is too loud or not. It seems fair level. Seems fair level. Let me just skip forward a bit. Maybe that's a bit better. Anyway, sorry, that's something I absolutely should have done earlier. Something different today. Not normally used to hearing that. There's been a few things that I've done that are something different that haven't made their way onto the channel. So let's see how far this one goes. The only thing I can really sink my teeth into is the 92 save. Outside of that, it is just kind of I don't know. I don't know if I can really do it. How much I can keep it up. But anyway. We are August 1st, 2018. 1 month before the very first AEW All In. Let's read a few of these narratives. The Elite go all in. With over 10,000 tickets sold, All In is expected to be the biggest event in the history of indie wrestling. And the eyes of the wrestling world are on the Elite. Selling out an arena with no television exposure, strictly through social media buzz and word of mouth, is a feat in and of itself. But it also lends the mind to wonder what might be the next... I'm so dumb. What might come next in the big picture? Some will recall New Japan's custom of rolling out yearly contracts in January. In the past, they were burned by this as Styles and Nakamura walked straight from the main event of Wrestle Kingdom into WWE. Now the Elite are in play. New Japan and Ring of Honor would certainly like to retain their services collectively, but WWE is likely to make a move as well. The only thing we know for sure is in the next few months could be very interesting. SmackDown has moved over to Fox. Not quite best in the world. After an embarrassing one-sided loss to Mike Jackson at UFC 225's, it seems obvious that CM Punk's MMA career is over. New Japan have announced an April 6th show at MSG. Okada, Naito and Tanahashi will all appear. What's next for Brock? Speculation grows for Brock's future. His final contracted match is a title defense against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. CMLL has opened the Forbidden Door, as La Parka, Pentagon and Phoenix have recently made moves to CMLL. I'm trying to paraphrase some of these bits and it's not necessarily going to plan as I hope it is. World of Sport has begun its run on TV. Despite the channel's high profile, ratings have been disappointed. But the real drama is what's happening in the background. WWE is committed to signing up UK-based talent for their new NXT UK programme to keep them away from ITV. Battle of Los Angeles tournament will take place outside the confines of the Humble Legion post in Reseda. The tournament will be at the forefront of the indie wrestling boom in North America and has made stars out of Ricochet, Gargano and others. This year's lineup will feature Walter, Jeff Cobb, Flamita, Bandido, as well as indie wrestlers with tremendous buzz like Darby, PCO, Puma and Dragunov. Hiromu has a neck injury after his match with Dragon Lee. Ronda Rousey is on Stephen Colbert. After 3 years, Hulk Hogan has been reinstated into the Hall of Fame. Takeshi Murashima has been training for a comeback apparently. WWE's Evolution pay-per-view, an all-women pay-per-view, will be televised. Dwayne Johnson's latest movie is failed to live up to expectations. Vince McMahon's launching the XFL again. And sadly, Brian Christopher passed away. May Grandmaster Sexy rest in peace. But here we have a couple of wrestlers. So we have, what does AEW Double or Nothing air on? Because clearly we have In Demand on a Club, Fight TV, New Japan World. That'll all be for Is it All Out? What's the first show? All In, obviously. But then what pay-per-view provider do we need for Double or Nothing? I guess any, really. Is there anyone who will negotiate with us? Will negotiate, yes. Tight. I never know the difference. Cable pay-per-view. In demand. Alright. Is there any terrestrial pay-per-view? No. So commercial pay-per-view. The only one I'll talk to is this one. Let's negotiate. Let's extend the deal for events. To... Not keen on us taking the time slot. So we either got graveyard or daytime. I assume daytime's better than graveyard. %. Right. Are we willing to pay? We do have a lot of money. I would just like late night over early evenings. There's nothing really we can do to sweeten that. $60 in 2 years would be mental. Alright, I guess we're best going for early evening. $37,000 per show. I reckon we should be able to deal with that. In fact, let's come back to this. Internet pay-per-view. Fight TV. Now, Fight TV is everywhere, but it's tiny. This is quite loud. Did they want exclusive rights? That's 2 years, early evening, 25%. Won't accept any deal unless they have exclusive rights. But I mean, if no one wants to negotiate with us in other places anyway, we might as well just go with Fight TV. Ah, fuck it, let's go for this. We'll try and also do Fight TV and see. Early evening, 25, 2 years. Let's propose the deal. If all goes bad, yeah. So is there any commercial? What cable commercial? 11 Sport. We don't necessarily want tiny, but they are pro wrestling and medium risk. What if I... Is it when does AEW Dynamite? October 2019. So we have almost a full year. Over a year. We'll maybe sort out TV later. So All In. Is that event ready? 1st September 2018. Special event. Nice. So what wrestlers... If I go AEW All In... Is there a way that something shows me like... When was it? 2018. That can show me all of the crew and wrestlers. So the opening match was SoCal Uncensored against the Briscoes. Oh, that was on a pre-show. Maybe we can do the pre-show. We could do the Briscoes and SoCal Uncensored. So if we get Christopher Daniels. Why? Exclusive written. No one really has an exclusive written with New Japan. Relationships. Negotiate. Ring of Honor. Adopt friendly attitude. Propose talent trading. Too small. Ugh. I take it we also can't get Frankie Kaz. Exclusive written. Mark Briscoe. Exclusive written. Alright. So who are the members? So there's the 19-man over the budget Battle Royale. Who was on that? So Moose was on that. I don't really care for Moose. Brandon Cutler. I just don't care about Brandon Cutler. Will the Bucks be happy? Yeah. I think, yeah, bring him on a handshake. I don't care enough. So there was Chuck Taylor. Get him in on a handshake. Trent. Rocky Romero. Is he written? Nice. There's also Cheeseburger. Similarly, I don't care about. What other roles? He's only a wrestler. That's fine. The Hurricane was on it. So Shane Helms. Who else would it be under? Gregory Helms? Yeah. Bring him in on a handshake. He can also... Everything but house shows? Ugh. That's fine. He can also work as a road agent, so that's fine. Ethan Page. Tommy Dreamer. Again, someone that can probably just work as a road agent. ATV show, that's fine. Jimmy Jacobs, not Jimmy Havoc, Jimmy Jacobs. Again, can work as a road agent. Punishment Martinez, I just don't like him. Austin Gunn, there he is. He can come in. Same with, who's the other? Is it Colton Gunn? If I just search Gunn. Austin, Bobby, Gunner. We can bring in Billy Gunn. Again, ATV show. Yeah, that's fine. Once again, he can work as a road agent, so that makes that a little easier. We could do with young Marco Stunt. Brian Cage, I don't necessarily care about Brian Cage, but he is quite prominent in AEW going forward, so that makes more sense. Jordan Grace, again. I don't personally care about Jordan Grace, but we could push them when it comes to the women's division. Colt Cabana, Bully Ray is also in it. I don't care about Bully Ray. So who didn't we get with? Didn't get a few people. Is there people we can replace them with? These people with MA in them. There we go. So there's a couple of people that aren't on the card. Like, instead of Moose, I don't mind bringing in PCO. Who else didn't we get? We didn't get Cheeseburger. So I suppose we can have Robbie Eagles. Why not? Ethan Page. Tommy Dreamer, I think we got. Jimmy Jacobs. Punishment Martinez instead. Let's get Thatcher. Austin, Billy, Marco, Brian Cage, Jordan Grace, Cabana, Bully Ray. I'm happy instead of Bully Ray just to go for Trevor Lee. Nice. And Flip Gordon, I don't want Flip Gordon to win. So instead of him, I don't know. Oh God, I forgot about David Starr. Let's have Walter. He's a big star. Right. So the first match is Matt Cross defeating MJF. I have nothing. We'll get Matt Cross. Why not? I don't care. No, I don't mind. I like Matt Cross. I have nothing bad about Matt Cross. He's just like, it's odd that he's the opening winner. So Daniels defeated Stephen Amell. Which, I mean, Amell isn't. Oh no, there he is. See, why is he unwilling or not? Feels like we're too small. Alright, so instead of that match, we can, I don't know, we'll come up with something else. So then we have a 4-corner survival between Tessa Blanchard, who I'm not hiring, Britt Baker, Chelsea Green, and Madison Rayne. I forget that this is what the general landscape of wrestling is at this moment. Instead of Tessa, can we have Emma? Oh, Mr. Rayne, how are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you are well. So then obviously have Cody against Nick Aldis. Why are you unwilling? So an exclusive. I suppose if we enter the NWA Alliance, it's not an alliance, it's just a title. I guess we don't have to do Cody against Nick Aldis then. Where's the NWA just kind of up to at this point? NWA titles, yeah, it is just kind of Nick Aldis running the show. I suppose there's nothing, we can't even hire Nick Aldis. Anyway, can we perform a negotiate? Why? Ah, there we go. Proposed talent trading. Ugh. Is there a way that... isn't there an option that says something like investments? There it is. Invest in a new company. Purchase a classic title. Is there an NWA... British, international? No. That's fine. We can come up with another opponent for Cody. So we could do Cody against Dustin. He is in WWE though. We'll come up with it. So the other match is Adam Page. Oh, he's already part of us. Elite. Yes. Adam Page against Joey Janela. That's a match. Oh, not Joey Ryan. Not Joey Ryan. Joey Janela. There he is. I'm happy running that one. We have Jay Lethal. Oh, yeah, he's on an exclusive written against Flip Gordon. We'll come up with another match for that. I assume Pac is WWE, yeah. Penta. Do we have him? I can't seem to tell. I don't believe so. We need to bring in Penta and Rey Fenix. Little Okada. Exclusive written. I feel like this should be set up in a way that I can do these matches, but what in this alliance can borrow? Apply for membership. Yes. Yes, nice. Alliance. View alliance titles? Ah, nothing. Propose alliance loan. Is that with CMLL? With New Japan. I want to borrow... Nope, sorry. With New Japan. To borrow Mr. Okada. Nice. Is there anyone else I need to borrow? Could do with. So it's Penta against Omega. Obviously, we've got Adam Page, Flip, Omega. Kota, is there a reason he just has. Is Kota Ibushi? Oh, he is. He's wrestling with. He's on loan. He doesn't appear at the next show. Does he? Double or Nothing. Strong Hearts, Kylie Ray. Angelico, Jack Evans, Cody against Dustin. No. What's Chris Jericho doing at this moment? He is in. Oh, he's a Nuge. We're not too small for you. That's fine. We'll figure that out when we come to the next show. So All In. We could do with Bandido. And we could do with Rey Mysterio. He thinks we're too small. Right. Alliances, New Japan. Pros Alliance Loan. Can I have Rey Mysterio? Thank you. Alright, we got that down. So we have the Golden Elite against Bandido, Rey and Rey. Got that. Okada against Marty Scurll. We have Marty Scurll, so that's fine. Kenny Omega against Penta, we have that. We don't have a match of Jay Lethal against Flip Gordon. Scorpio Sky, exclusive written. Yeah, that makes sense. We could do with Diamond Dallas Page. Could also do with Glacier. I think, what does he work as? We could try and get him as a road agent eventually. What if I say everything except house shows? Yeah. We could do Cody against Jeff Jarrett. Instead of Nick Aldis, since we can't get him. That works for me. I'm unsure what we can do instead of Jay Lethal against Flip Gordon. Do we have Flip? We do. But we don't have Jay. Instead of Jay Lethal, who could we do? Who's a big deal? That's not a noise I need. Give me 1 second. No, shoot. Shoot again then. Okay. So here's the lowdown. Oh. So I have a cat, as some of you may know. I also have a flat inspection today. Some of the people who own the building going to check it out. The cat's cut a massive hole in the underside of the sofa. She loves to climb in it. I am very much trying to hide that from the people that are coming to view it today, and as soon as I heard like a scraping noise, I was like, I know she's climbed into this. I typically have it plugged up with a pillow, so she can't get to it. Not this time. Let's have Flip Gordon against ZSJ. Oh. That's a good signing. So we have 6-man tag, Okada against Skirl, Omega against Penta. We'll do Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Flip Gordon, Hangman Page against Joey Janela, Cody beating Jeff Jarrett. We have Tenille replacing Tessa against Britt Baker, Chelsea Green and Madison. We don't have a Christopher Daniels Stephen Amell match. Instead, we could maybe have like Darby Allin and Jeff Cobb. That could just be a match that happens. Yeah. I am happy with that, seemingly. Ooh. Booking team. Happy with that. Inner Circle. Locker room leaders. I guess I'll have Matt. Yeah. Nick. Yes. Kenny Omega. I guess Cody. They could be locker room leaders. Chief Enforcers. Automatically exclude ill-suited. Yeah, Cody's fine. Head of Talent Relations. Oh, don't particularly have anyone. Morale Officer, I don't think we need. Headman's Trainer. Cody, he has the Nightmare Factory, doesn't he? So we do need referees. Let's get Rick Knox. Aubrey Edwards. We could do with Excalibur. Tony Schiavone. Who else is kind of...
Darby, where no turtle has gone before.
Oh, here we go. Other on-screen personnel. Don Callis would be a good signing. Dalton Castle. It's not an exclusive. With Justin Roberts. Yeah, he's a personality. Earl Hebner. Jerry Lynn also. Oh, he's an exclusive written. Paul Turner. We can bring it. Oh, it's exclusive written. Referee Todd Sinclair. Sean Mooney, I'm happy to bring in. Same with, is Alicia Tout? Yes. Nice. This all looks pretty good to me for the first show. Let's advance to the end of the week. We also don't really have a match that replaces SoCal Uncensored against the Briscoes. I'm sure we could hire 2 tag teams, bring them in. Jobs are good. I mean, it's only for the pre-show anyway, so does it really matter? I just realised we could do the talent and trading to get the Briscoes and SoCal Uncensored. That's fine. Everything's fine. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm trying to view if there's any like angles. We could really do a Chris. Oh, we have Chris Jericho. Nice. Do we have Chris Jericho? We do need him for this show. Actually, he does appear in an angle. Talent trades. Not talent trades. Maybe talent trades? Let's see. Relationship. Alliance. New Japan. Propose alliance loan. Chris Jericho. Nice. So if I very quickly... We only really need Jericho once. In-game editor. Contracts. Chris Jericho Elite. Can I extend... Like, if I extend that anyway, is it still only 1 appearance? Yeah. Ugh. We can figure something out. We can figure something out. Perfect. So we have Ethan Page, I guess heel. Jimmy Jacobs face, Jordan Grace. Let me check them out. Who are we replacing Jordan Grace with? Oh, I think Jordan Grace covers a face anyway. Matt Cross can be a face because MJF is obviously a heel. Madison Rayne, heel works. Janela is against Hangman, so he can be heel. Darby can be the face with Cobb being the heel. Nice. What's going on here? We've risen to medium size. Nice. Does that mean we can finally hire certain people? So we can't go for him until the loan is finished here. Should have realised that now. I presume we've risen to it because of some kind of narrative. Only I took everything day by day. Does this mean now... Good job I didn't do. If I do cable pay-per-view, adjust time slot for events. Ugh. That's fine. Can I go into the broadcaster Broadcasters, not deals. Really should have waited.
Technodrome,
Really should have waited.
the final shell shock.
What if I do terrestrial pay-per-view? No. Internet pay-per-view. That's fine. Commentary. Just Excalibur so far. Let's just take it day by day in case there are any other narratives that I should know about. I wonder if there's anyone else that we weren't big enough for. I honestly can't remember at this point. I feel like the biggest ones was that we couldn't enter talent trading agreements with anyone. But I'm sure I mean, I don't necessarily care about the NWA World Title at this point. I wonder why the company starts as small and there's narratives to push us up to medium. So what's going on SmackDown 990? There it is. Ronda, Flair, Truth, Bryan, Styles, The Bar. We are The Bar. I missed 205 Live. NXT UK. God, what a time. I don't see any other kind of narrative-based stuff. Brandon Cutler, I guess. What are the books? If I go roster, Nick Jackson, face. That's fair. Bring Cutler in as a face. I'd say the best friends are faces. Face. The Guns. Again, I think maybe faces. We'll put them in as heels. Jurassic Express are faces. Robbie Eagles can be whatever he wants. Same with Big Thatch. Britt Baker. Part of me feels like the Doctor starts as a heel. It's a green face, Bandito. Maybe a heel. Him and the Lucha Bros can be heels. Glacier, I think a face. Zack Sabre Jr. Who's he against? We're putting him against Flip Gordon, so it's Flip. Roster. Rey Mysterio needs to be a heel, but it doesn't necessarily matter. How much if we check the product? Loosely enforced. Heel with a fan favourite. Let's do face and fan favourite. Who was I checking? Flip. He's a heel, so we can bring in ZSJ as a face. Aubrey. Don Callis is always a heel. Face. Face. House show is cancelled. We don't need house shows right now. Is there a way I can shortlist Chris Jericho? I just want to make sure no one's going to suddenly take him out from underneath us. Let me just check when this... flat inspection is. Routine inspection notification. I can't work out. I don't know if it's a 12 or 1. Which 12 would be a nightmare. 1 at least I can plan around. Between 1 and 4. An annoying time frame, but not too bad. We do have like... Can go for around another hour. Great or can. What's he up to these days? Don't see anything else new. Matt Tremont's gone to Japan though. AAA. Can I even go, both of us? Trent Beretta. I'd bring the best friends in as faces. Tommy Dreamer. Cult's a face. PCO, you can come in as a heel. I might just hire, like, I don't know, a future tag team. Maybe like, I'm to All Out. Are we at All Out? No, we're, oh god, I keep being dumb and forgetting what show it is. All In. Yeah, I think we can hire the Super Smash Bros. And have them in a match at the start. Yeah. Who's it all out that we don't have? Nyla Rose, Private Party, Angelico and Jack Evans. Sayama has joined Wrestle 1. Jeff Cobb is Chief Enforcer. Yeah, let's hire Stu Grayson. Should we start hiring people on written contracts? Might as well. Stu Grayson. The Evil Uno? Yeah. Written for 2 years. You don't. I'd like you to. You don't have to work out shows. Let's also get Angelico. Is he under Adam Birdle? What would it be under? If I search Lucha Underground. Ah, it's because there's a thing on the E. That makes sense. So I'm happy to have these. And then we can get... Oh yeah, we already got a tag team. That's fine. Nice. Brian Cage. Bring him as a heel. Lucha Bros can be heels. DDP's a face. Jeff Cobb can be a heel. Tony Schiavone, face. Whatever you can. We're not fighting over people. Let's also get Tony Schiavone. We can also hire Jim Ross. Oh, is he still with WWE? I'll shortlist him for now. So we have a show in 26 days. We can plan around that. So on All Out, we have Nyla Rose winning a 21-woman casino battle royale. Private Party beat Angelico and Jack Evans. SoCal Uncensored defeat Jurassic Express. Pac beats Kenny Omega. Jimmy Havoc defeats Darby Allin and Joey Janela. Dark Order defeat Best Friends. Riho defeats Shida. Cody defeats Spears. Lucha Bros defeat the Young Bucks. And Chris Jericho defeats Adam Page. I imagine this is going to be a lot of simming. Like, in between everything that's going on. Who was in the 21-woman Casino Battle Royale? I hate the Casino Battle Royale format. So there was Shalandra Royal, who doesn't even have a wiki page. Who's Shalandra Royal? Just a wrestler. Korea. Was that there? Oh no, they appeared in AEW in 2022. Fair. Shalandra Royal, Leva Bates, Fabi Apache, Priscilla Kelly, Nyla Rose, Lizzie Evo. We could do with Awesome Kong. Oh, handshake night. Was Jeff Hardy on main event? Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt defeat Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre. It's the shit I need. Chad Gable, Finn and Roman Reigns defeat Baron Corbin and the Revival. It's kind of cool. WWE have made a contract offer to Rey Mysterio. I don't mind him going back to WWE. I would just like to get this first show in. Chuck Taylor as a face. Billy Gunn, Gun Club. Did I hire his other boy as? Austin, heel, that's fine. Heel. Trevor Lee, can also be heel. Walter, heel, I guess. Penta, heel. Jeff Jarrett, heel. Nice. Yeah, I don't mind them hiring Rey Mysterio. As long as I can get the first show in. I don't think Rey does. Like, if I search Rey Mysterio on Cage Match, check his career. So he goes back in 2018 anyway. Like, he did this all-in show. He also had Rey Mysterio's Lucha Mayhem, which was an event in California, which I'm absolutely going to look at. He was back in WWE. He debuted in the Royal Rumble. Oh, he was in the Royal Rumble in 2018. So he was in the Royal Rumble, then he was in the Saudi Greatest Royal Rumble, and didn't return until October. So he goes back pretty soon after this. Brody King has joined WWE. It was Tyrus, that's awful. Pillman Jr., that kind of makes sense. We're gonna look at what's going on in WWE in a bit. PWA, that's fine. Tennille. Heel. Yeah, so if he's back by October anyway. Instantly back on the house show circuit, teaming with Jeff Hardy. So was Rey Mysterio's Lucha Mayhem. B-Boy and Tyler Bate defeated Peter Avalon and Ray Rosas. Ray Horace defeated Steve Payne. Masquerita Dorada defeats Black Boy and Black Diamond. Extreme Tiger and Taya Valkyrie defeated Douglas James and Heather Moore. And Psychosis and Rey Mysterio defeated Brian Cage and John Hennigan. Solid. Solid. John Gresham has joined WWE. Anyone else? So far, not necessarily the end of the world. We lose out on Pillman. How was the Mae Young Classic Night 1? Fucking cage match. Stu Grayson, Evil. Evil Uno, Evil. Angelico. I think they're also become heels. I forget to hire Jack Evans. Written for 2 years should be fine. Right, so let's kind of put best friends, Lucha Brothers, Gun Club, Young Bucks, Dark Order. We can set as a unit. What other teams do we have? Oh, we don't have Jack Evans at the moment. Jacob Leaders of the New School, Men of Low Morale Fibre. Red Alert. Ring Camp, we don't need. Roppongi Vice. Yeah. The Hung Books. Super Villains. Nah, rest of the teams were fine without. If we go back to... what would it be? Inner Circle. Head of Talent Relations. I'm happy giving that to DDP. Morale Officer. Search. AEW, man. It's so much more difficult doing this from the start. I think we could have Excalibur as the morale officer. Senior road agent. Ill-suited candidates. Jimmy Jacobs, Kenny Omega. We could have Cody as the senior road agent. Of everyone, I imagine him being. Senior referee, Earl Hebner. Used to watch loads of TW saves on YouTube. Yeah, man, it's a dying... Oh, thank you very much, Clancy's the man. 4589 for the follow. Yeah, TW used to be everywhere, and now it has just kind of... I wouldn't say died a death, but... I feel like this latest release, even though it's almost no different, people just haven't really clung to. Isn't really many mods for it either. Inner Circle, nah, we should be fine. The Boys seem good. Adam Page, happy with that. Do we have a better Angelico pitch? That's more like it. That's the Angelico I know. Do that one. Aubrey looks good. So does Billy Gunn, Cutler. Chelsea Green, I'm happy with that picture. Chuck Taylor, yeah, again, that's the one I kind of resonate with. Glacier, that's fine. Gregory Helms, we can just change to the Hurricane. Preferably like a more... Is that the only Hurricane picture we have? Ah, we'll do this one. I'm sure I actually have one somewhere. Jeff Cobb, I'd love a better picture. Yeah, so that's fine. Jacobs, Janela, Okada, Skrull. Everyone else looks pretty good. Trent, Walter, Zach. Nice. Let's just kind of potter on to... Did I hire Jack Evans? Yes, he is coming. To the end of the week. Yeah, there used to be. I used to know loads of people on YouTube doing TW saves, and occasionally have a look up and a check to see if any of them are still going these days, and not really, man. Not too much going on. Which is a shame, but I absolutely kind of understand it. How's this music? Oh, Cabana sues Punk. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, legal wars may not be over for Colt Cabana or CM Punk, as Cabana now sues Punk over legal fees. James Storm has agreed to a deal with WWE. That makes sense. I understand how shows are being cancelled. A scandal involving Joey Styles has blown over, thank God. Yes, company WWE. Where are they? So who's been hired? Brody King. I kind of get Pillman, Tyrus, Gresh, Storm. That's fine. To me, they're realistic enough that I'm happy. So who's on the All Out show that we can kind of hire to written contracts to get the house shows going? Ooh. At least I know the volume's going well. Lever Bates, I think we can bring in on a written. 2 years. Fabi Apache, no, unwilling. Priscilla Kelly, again, happy for a written for 1 year. Nyla Rose, I suppose we better bring in. Why are you unwilling? You're not available in the US. Are you only in Japan? I like Nyla Rose. I just... Oh, it's an excursion, it's fine. I don't know how much I rate them in the ring. Shazza McKenzie, written for a year. Like, I like them, that I feel like the closest we've really got to a second Awesome Kong, or even Bull Nakano. But I feel like as you go down, like Bull Nakano, incredible wrestler. Awesome Kong, really good. No Bull Nakano. And then you got Nyla Rose, who isn't as good as the other two, but still a great women's monster. Sadie Gibbs. Maybe we can hire them for a year. Our house shows are just going to be all women. Big Swole. If we were to search for Big Swole, there we are. They had a falling out with Tony Khan, didn't they? And we got Britt Baker, Eva Lise. I believe Eva Lise is at least mildly still around. 1 year should be fine. B Priestley. That's a great look. That's someone I'm hiring. B Priestley. Oh, it's going on tour. That's fine. Brandy, we've got. Awesome Kong. I'm willing to hire you as long as humanly possible. Ali. I feel like Impact shouldn't have exclusive contracts, but who knows? Oh, Nicole Savoy was in it. Do miss Nicole Savoy. Teal Piper. I suppose they're not on the mod. ODB. We can bring you in 1 year. 6 months, actually. You don't have to do house shows. What is your rival offer? Oh, from the NWA. It's fine. Jazz, which I don't think we need. And Mercedes Martinez. Who I guess we can hire for on a written for 6 months. Nice. Let's get Isaiah Casti and Mark Quinn. 2 years should do. Who else? Can't get any of SCU. Luchasaurus. There we go. 3 years should be fine. Darby, Joey can't get Pac yet. Can we? No, they've still got ages on their contract. Have they just signed a new deal? Ugh, we can sort that out. Until Monday, 1st of October, they're out. Riho. Nice. Kurashida. Dark Order we've got. Best Friends we've got. Cody. What's Sean Spears up to? Still in the Fed? Still in the Fed? Could do a Tully Blanchard. Oh, they can also work as a road agent, so I'm happy with that. Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, Adam Page, Chris Jericho. Yeah. That's more than enough signings for the show. Ugh. I keep trying to sim a little bit more forward, but just going way too forward. I keep applying for new jobs and not really getting anything. And I'm meant to be putting my notice in tomorrow, so that's not good. New Day ended, that's fair. Damien Sandow's going back to WWE. Angel, oh, NXT UK. Could say who, I don't even know who that is. Jack Evans, a heel. Martinez, I think is a heel. Tully Blanchard. Why do PWG want them? That's fine. We can just carry on forward. Quincy Elliott. Are they still in WWE? They have an awful cage match. 0.93. That man's sitting on a 0.93. What year are we in? 2025. Have not had a match this year. So Rey Mysterio is going to WWE. I think that means we have 30 days with them. WWE hired Scott Hall. Here we go to NXT. Fair. Rufio? I suppose NXT UK. Charlie Carter, that does make sense. Leva Bates, I think. Bates? Baby Allison, great gimme. Private Party. I think they're just faces. How is the event looking? The availability. Penta and Phoenix. If we change to the Sunday, it's only Ethan Page. What about the Friday? We could change it to Sunday the 2nd. We can continue as we go forward. 20 days. Not that it matters anyway, because we're going to have to hire people, but... This is going to be a full stream, and I truthfully tell you, if that even is real speaking, I don't know if we'll get to book the show in this episode. I might have to end it in case the housing people come very quickly. We'll figure it out. I could, like, depending on how quickly they come, which granted could be 4 o'clock. If they come straight away... Oh, Vic Guerrero's leaving. We could have done Vic Guerrero. Then... Penelope Ford. I think they're a heel. Shazza, it's fine. Big Swole, I think it was a face. Evilise, heel. Nicole Savoy, I guess face. Private Party of faces. Jurassic Express of faces. Nice. Let's carry on and see how everything goes. Mark Henry wrestled in the Greatest Royal Rumble in 2018. Just a statement. That's Dave Meltzer saying something stupid. Silly Meltzer. Awesome Kong. I guess it's a heel. ODB, Rio, and Tully. And then it is just kind of about zooming forward. Chelsea Green's been released. House shows cancelled. Who have we just hired on a written? Awesome Kong who hired on a written. Who else would we have? To be under exclusive to run house shows. Are AEW running house shows? AEW. We can carry on. Events. No, I don't think they do house shows. I might as well just turn that off so we're not getting the email every 10 minutes. Reserve rate is on the product. Division, brand split, booking, product. Company info? House shows. Deactivate all days. Nice. Maybe that'll just stop it popping up. So we have ODB, I guess face, Riho face, Tully, heel. Oh, that was loud, that was just the Guardian. So let's advance to the end of the month. And then we can kind of work from there. About when we should run the show. Sussy Love is a great name. I just hope WWE don't hire too many people in this time. Double or Nothing, All In. So just before about 1 o'clock, maybe in 40 minutes ish, I'll end this. Make some lunch, wait to see whenever the flat inspection happens. And then probably hop back on, maybe continue this save. Though I have been thinking about that. Part of me kind of wants to work on a mod. Set in like 1983. Oh, did not mean for that to come up. There we go. Yeah, set in 1983. Bob Buckland is WWF champion. You have Don Morocco, Chief J and Jules Strongbow are tag champs. So 1983 in professional wrestling. You have Jim Crocker Promotions. You have the AWA, obviously New Japan. So in March, the WWF is now fully owned by Vince McMahon and is out of NWA. I'd maybe do... like September 4th, 1983, when WWF All-American Wrestling airs on the USA Network. So other things in... This happened in 1983. Wrestler of the Year, Harley Race. Tag Team of the Year, Road Warriors. Match of the Year was Flair and Race. Most popular Wrestler of the Year was Snooker. Most hated was Greg Valentine. Most improved was Buzz Sawyer. Most inspirational wrestler was Hulk Hogan. Rookie was Angelo Mosca Jr. Manager was JJ Dillon, and Editor's Award was the Grand Wizard. Wrestling Observer newsletter had Flair as Wrestler of the Year. Feud of the Year was the Freebirds against Von Erichs. Tag Team was Ricky Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. Most improved was Kurt Hennig, and best on interview was Roddy Piper. Oh, the Grand Wizard died in October. That's sad. Hulk Hogan, what was he up to in 1983? He left in November 83. He left the AWA in November 83. He was in New Japan. Hogan and Inoki worked as partners, winning the MSG Tag League tournament 2 years in a row in 82 and 83. In 84, Hogan returned to New Japan to wrestle Inoki for the IWGP title. Hogan lost the match and title belt by countout. I might fiddle about, see how far I can get in kind of life. I'd maybe have to edit backwards from the 93 mod, or 92. And editing about 10 years of history out would just kind of be madness. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well that would work. Maybe if it was a couple of years, maybe, but... The Grand Wizard died of a heart attack at 57 in 83. Madness. Sorry, I was just reading things and completely forgot this was zooming forward. I don't think I've ever really seen much of the Grand Wizard. Should we kind of... Big Time Wrestling. 1980. Should I stick? Let's see if we can get this. Can we squeeze this down? Alright, here we go. While the thing's going on, should we pause this? While we're simming to the end of the month. Can I get this up? Yeah, I don't think it's in a position really where I can move it while it's doing this. That's fine. We're on Wednesday the 29th. I don't fully know how much of this is showing, but...
The action will get underway momentarily, as you can see in the ring right now, from Sydney, Australia.
Ooh, Sydney, Australia.
Combined weight of 486 pounds.
Who do we have?
And Al Costello, the Fabulous Kangaroos.
Oh, the Fabulous Kangaroos against Sam Shell and John Ruffin. We have Don Kent against John Irish. Maniac Mark. The Sheik against El Braso. Dory Funk Jr. against Denny Alberts. And Stan Stasiak in the main event. Can we fast forward to the Mark Lewin match? Is this the same match? I would assume this is Don Kent against John Irish. Done, Kent. Looking good, looking strong.
Tag team action for you, ladies and gentlemen, on professional big-time wrestling. Introducing first from New York City, weighing 250 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lewin. His tag team partner from Italy, weighing
Look at those effects.
3 pounds, Nick DiCarlo. And their opponents, ladies and
Mark
gentlemen,
Lewin looking like a beast in those short shorts. Oh,
Billy Bird.
we have we've made it forward. Alex Coughlin's graduated. I hope you enjoyed that little. I'm definitely gonna lose something for that. So did WWE stand by that? WWE hire anyone else? Triple H was demoted from the Inner Circle while Cesaro was promoted. Rey Mysterio. No one necessarily out of like Triple H. WWE donated to charity. Let's see what's going on. Tully Blanchard has been hired. Evil East has broke up with her partner. Chuck Taylor has a broken collarbone, likely to be out for a few weeks. That's fine. So events and TV. If we check availability, the only person out is Ethan Page. We can replace Ethan Page. So All In is tomorrow night. We lost 9,000. How's our merchandise looking? Start the upgrade. So financially, there it is. Lost because of workers. We made a bunch on sponsors and merchandise. So things aren't too bad. Any other kind of notes? Not really. We might actually be able to book this show, which would be nice. Mandy Rose has been saying that WWE gave up on it too soon. I feel like I'm inclined to agree. Alright, we have Tessa Blanchard won a title. Good for them. If I check availability, only Ethan Page should be a problem here. So very quickly, I'm going to load. Yeah, that's fine. Copy. AEW 2, just in case all goes to pot. We have a backup. But here we are. All In. No one gets the night off. No. We're almost expecting 10,000. Pick best option. Forward center. Nice. Broadcasters. What's the automatic selection? Just in demand. That's fine. I'm willing to use. That's fine. If we deselect, we use everyone but in demand. I'm happy just with the internet subscriptions to give us it. Booking team meeting. I don't think we need anything. Locker room instance. Wardlow's turned up. Sure. Let's talk details. I wouldn't mind actually offering you a contract, Wardlow. Forgot you existed. DDP and Cody ransom drills. Inspire. The locker room is buzzing. Let's go. All in, baby. Who's absent? Chuck Taylor and Ethan Page, that's fine. We can use Wardlow and we can use, I don't know, someone else. Eddie only looks like he's a great gimmick. Please don't tell me he's a terrible person. Oh, it's not great gimmick, great look. Let's start right away. The Elite presents All In. Opening video. Nice. Simple, it's effective, it's a hype, pre-taped video for 2 minutes. We don't need Chris yet. Got Cody. Ray can be in it. DDP. Kenny, Nick, Matt, Lucha Dudes. Who else? Carter, Kota, I guess Skirl, and Adam Page. I guess everyone. I don't care enough about Flip Gordon. Shows my alliances when I'd rather put Marty Skirl in this than Flip Gordon. Ooh, yes, our team. We do commentary, Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and Don Callis. Nice. We should have referees. We should have so many people. Wardlow, can we? I guess we can't negotiate a contract with you now. We can shortlist you. Nice. So to start off on the pre-show, if I can find it. Nice. We're gonna do a 2v2. Let's have teams. Oh, forgot we need to add teams. Do with whatever Chuck Taylor and not Chuck Taylor. Angelico and Jack Evans. Private Party, make them a unit. The Hybrid 2, make them a unit. Nice. Search, active only. So 2v2, we have teams. I guess Dark Order against Hybrid 2. 10 minutes, put it on the pre-show. It's, I guess, Evil Uno over. Nice. We also have the 19-person Battle Royale. Instead, let's just do 20. I don't care. Let's hire a couple of extra work. Oh, we have extra workers. Let's get Cole Radrick. Negotiate. We can bring in Dan Severn, so I'll get Pop. And I don't know. It's hard to remember who is and isn't. Sugar Dunkinton, he appears in AEW at some point. Just a cover for the people that we might have not been here anymore. 20 man. So we have men. All. So if we're doing... So Flip Gordon wins this. We could just do Zack Sabre Jr. wins it and he can go against... In fact... Yeah, let's do Zack Sabre Jr. wins it and he wrestles Walter. That's fine. So Zack Sabre Jr., we can stick Wardlow in it. Hurricane. Rocky Romero. I think we've got Robbie Eagles. Marco Stunt. Yes. Marco Stunt, Jimmy Jacobs. Do you have Darby Allin in it? No. Brandon Cutler's in it. No Bandito. Austin Gunn's there. We can put in Dan Severn. I mean, we have Flip Gordon, but he's not going to win it. Stick Jeff Cobbin, I guess. Luchasaurus in it. He is not. PCO. Thatcher. Trevor Lee. We have Tommy Dreamer. Colt Cabana. Is Brian Cage in it? Brian Cage is in it. Billy Gunn? Billy Gunn. I don't think there's anyone a star or a major star who's in this. Is there anyone I'm missing? Chuck Taylor injured. We have Trent and Rocky. No, Trent. Where's Trent? Oh, there he is. Trent's in. There we go. Save. Nice. I don't know. 17 minutes. Zack Sabre Jr. Oh, who's the staff? Billy Gunn. Replace that. Brandon Cutler, maybe. Oh, Brandon Cutler's in it. Replace that with Don Callis, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. So I guess Billy Gunn, Jeff Cobb, PCO. Nice, that's fine. Put this on the pre-show as well. Nice. So first cross, there's the pre-show done. First match. We have Matt Cross against Maxwell Jacob Friedman. A simple 9-minute. MJF goes over. Have this match, I don't know, work the crowd? Get them pumped up early. So we then have Sean Mooney interviewing Nick Aldis, hyping his upcoming match against Cody later in the show. Instead, we can have Sean Mooney interviews Jeff Jarrett. Hyping up his upcoming match against Cody later. He talks about the NWA and the legacy they created. Nice. So storyline is kind of do Elite National Wrestling. Let's just have Jeff Jarrett, Cody. So Jeff Jarrett can be cutting a promo. Sean Mooney's the interviewer on Cody. Perfect. We then have Christopher Daniels against Stephen Amell. Instead, what match are we going to do? We exclude already booked. Males. We could do Darby taking on... Is Joey Janela on this one? All out. Double or nothing. All in. There we go. Yes, Hangman Page against Joey Janela. Walter's wrestling later. Who do we have? Darby against... We have seemingly used everyone. Darby against Glacier? Is that too stupid? I ideally want someone... Adam Page, Joey Janela... do him against Luchasaurus, why not? And let's stick, I think Darby over. That becomes more of a match for me. We then have Madison Rayne against Tessa Blanchard, Chelsea Green and Britt Baker. Instead of Tessa, I'm going to do Tenille Dashwood against Madison Rayne, Chelsea Green and Britt Baker. Blanchard hits a hammerlock DDT for the pinfall win, where it looked like Baker and Rayne were breaking it up. After the whack match, the four women hugged and raised each other's hands together. We can do 11 minutes. I'm happy to stick Tenille over. And stick in that angle. After the match, the four women hug and raise their hands together. That's Tenille, Britt, Chelsea, and Madison. I don't think anyone is specifically managed. We can have Cody, managed by Brandy. Perfect. He's against Jeff Jarrett, who I don't think needs to be managed by anyone. Nick Aldis was managed by Jarrett, Sam Shaw, Sean Davari, and Tim Storm. So next up, we do have Aldis against Cody Rhodes, in which Cody Rhodes wins in 22 minutes. The review I read does say if it was 17 minutes, it would have helped a lot. Cody against Jarrett. Let's make this Cody Rhodes winning, and we can make this a storytelling match. What is the issue? Oh, Cody the road agent. Swap out with Kenny Omega? Nice. The celebration of Cody winning the NWA title was the highlight of the show. I know some people probably joke about Cody winning a title on a show he promoted, but it's the NWA title owned by Billy Corrigan, and if he didn't want Cody to win, then they could have stopped it. We can add like a little... No, we don't need to add anything. We need 85% matches, so we could probably fit some more angles in. So we then have the Chicago Street Fight. 1v1. Is Street Fight a match? Yes, nice. So roster, so Joey Janela is managed by Penelope Ford. Which if Joey's a heel, that means Penelope can also be one. Nice. So it's Adam Page against Penelope Ford. No, it's not. It's Adam Page against Joey Janela. This match went 20 minutes. I'm going to stick it for 13. Can we have a crazy bump from Adam Page? He's not one to take one. Will he take a stunt one? He will. Will Janela take a crazy bump? He will. So hardcore with the victor being Adam Page. What does it say about hardcore matches? They struggle to go more than 15. 14 should do then. Why? What if I do like falls count anywhere? What is the product? But why would hardcore? There's loads of hardcore matches. What if I create? What if I do street fight? A new match. Chicago. Chicago Street Fight, and change this to just say Chicago Street Fight. Low content risk, and if I set these to low. It's set, so the fact it has weapons. What if I just do, I don't know, Wild Brawl? No. 1v1 fan bring the weapons? See if I do a ladder match. Is that gonna... No, right. If I just do hardcore. Oh, that works fine, of course it does. Hardcore works fine. All good. And then we have Jay Lethal against Flip Gordon. Instead, we have Walter against Zack Sabre Jr. So Jay Lethal against Flip Gordon went 14 minutes. I'm willing to give the same amount of time and have Walter go over. So after the match, Jay Lethal and Flip Gordon hugged. Bully Ray did a run-in where he attacked both guys because he's a bully. And that's what he does. Colt Cabana made the save. I don't think we need that. So we have Kenny Omega against Pentagon Jr. up next. Kenny Omega wins in 17:47. I'm happy to do 17. Stick Kenny Omega over. Everyone fine? After the match, the lights go out in the arena. There was someone in a Pentagon Jr. outfit in the ring. Right. We know what we're doing here. After the match, the lights go out in the arena. Full stop. Somebody in a Pentagon Junior outfit is in the ring. He charges. We can read this. At Omega with punches and a forearm, it's Chris Jericho. After the match, the lights go out in the arena. Somebody in a Pentagon Junior outfit is in the ring. He charges at Omega with punches and a forearm. It's Chris Jericho. Jericho is Pentagon, hits a code break on Omega. Jericho does a promo saying, "And see Omega on the Jericho Cruise in the next few months." Nah, we don't need the thing. So Chris Jericho, cutting a promo, Kenny Omega, character development. So if I do, someone charges, 4 minutes, live series. Someone charges at Omega with punches and a forearm. It's Chris Jericho. So we then have Marty Scurll against Okada. Where is Marty Scurll on the general? Oh, he's here as well. Marty Scurll against Okada. 19 minutes should do. Stick Okada over. That's the end of that chapter. Bye bye Marty Scurll. What does the booking analysis say? We steal the show. The main event can steal the show. We finally end with a 3v3. We have the Golden Elite of Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Mr. Ibushi against Rey Mysterio, Rey Fenix, and Bandito. So they end up going 11 minutes. I'm willing to go 13. Steal the show. Mysterio hits the 619 and Fenix hits the code red on Jackson, leading to a reverse Rana from Bandito. Mysterio hits a frog splash on Nick for a 2. The Bucks and Ibushi make the comeback with super kicks for everyone. 2 moonsaults and Nick hits a 450 with Fenix making the save. Nick and Matt hit the Meltzer driver for the win at 11:43. They were supposed to get 25 minutes, but due to time running over... who is it? I don't know. Nick can go over. Nice. What's the book analysis say? Billy Gunn's extremely unhappy. That's fine. I don't think we need to end with an angle. I think this is fine. 85% matches at 93, so would not be penalised. Mercedes Martinez has an angle idea, but eh. I think we can run this. I think this can be all in. Let's run the show. So we open up in the pre-show that good wrestling but little heat. The Dark Order defeat the Hybrid 2 in 9:36 when Uno pinned Angelico with a tandem pile driver. Uno, these people, this is some very high ratings for the ring. I would give none of these people above 60. Stu Grayson was really off his game. Let's return to booking screen quickly. And once again, load, copy, AEW 23. That's fine. Just in case something goes tremendously wrong on the show. So, in a pre-show bout that decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Zack Sabre Jr. won a Battle Royale in 1712. The order elimination was Marco first, then Cutler, then Eagles, then the Hurricane, then Austin Gunn, Dan Severn, Wardlow, Jeff Cobb, PCO, Rocky Romero, followed by Flip Gordon, Tim Thatcher, Trevor Lee, Tommy Dreamer, then Jimmy Jacobs, Billy Gunn, Trent, Colt, and finally Brian Cage was the last elimination. Flip had a ground well of public support, so did Marco, and so did PCO. That must be from when they had really big really big pop going into like GCW and stuff, thanks to Spring Break. So we got the Elite presents All In, and about which didn't have much heat and decent wrestling. MGF defeated Matt Cross in 9:16 with a heat seeker. Sean Mooney interviews Jeff Jarrett, hyping his upcoming match against Cody later. He talks about the NWA and the legacy they created. In a bout which had decent wrestling, but little heat. Darby defeated Luchasaurus in 10:02 by pinfall with a coffin drop. The two have pretty good chemistry, solid. In a poor match, Tenille Dashwood defeated Madison Rayne, Chelsea Green and Britt Baker when Tenille submitted Britt Baker. I 100% should have looked at gimmicks before doing this, but I can rename some things, so we're fine. After the match, the four women hug and raise their hands together. We return to booking screen. So what's that? It's a wild brawl. So we could have this calm the crowd, just to not burn themselves out, and then obviously we have Kenny Omega, Marty's Girl, main event. In a decent match, Cody defeated Jeff Jarrett in 17:08 with a crossroads. Jeff Jarrett with 33. That's madness. Do anything to do with storylines. We're not required to run in. Nice. Good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Adam Page defeated Joey Janela in a hardcore match in 13:31 with a buckshot lariat. Again, great wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Walter defeated ZSJ in 14:13 with a folding powerbomb. This is getting way too good ratings. Superb wrestling and good heat. Omega defeated Penta in 16:53 with a cross-legged fisherman buster. After the match, the lights go out. Somebody in a Pentagon outfit is in the ring. He chives at Omega with punches and a forearm. It's Chris Jericho. Jericho as Pentagon hits a code breaker on Omega. Great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Okada defeated Skrull in 19:09 with a Rainmaker. And finally, in our main event, with Mac Jackson suffering a busted eardrum. Superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Kota and the Young Bucks defeated Ray, and Bandito, when Nick pinned Bandito with a 450. Finish. Nick Jackson said blown eardrum. Bandito got some heat. No, he didn't. 50 regions. Look at that. That's a show. That's All In. That's a realistic All In. Ratings aren't. So who can we praise? Nick Jackson giving a hug. Matt Jackson giving a hug. Kenny. Don't think it's awesome. They're all boys. Nick Jackson seemed pleased. Matt seemed pleased. Kenny seemed pleased. Injury, 7 days. Easy. Financial report made 152. I knew we wouldn't make Media Scrum. Ooh, a new sign to deal. High hopes for it. Gonna try a strong push. Ed Rito. High hopes for it. People call All In success. What's your views? Huge success. The whole roster should be very proud. Over on Impact, your role of Booker is filled by Scott Demore. I think he's doing a good job. Do you follow it and learn from it? A great Booker, terrible person. He's great, and Impact are lucky to have him. We saw Jeff Cobb have an off night. Is his inconsistency going to hold him back? I have faith he'll become more consistent. Billy Gunn has confirmed that he ignores wishes to change the booking of a match, something that he's understand about. Do you expect everyone on the roster to do as you say? Sometimes people need to take one for the team. It's unfortunate, but it's needed to be done for the good of the show. I can't please every person all the time. I understand his frustrations, but every show needs winners and losers. I know best. Media Scrum being complete. Alright, solid response. can't believe Bobby Lashley is in AEW at the moment. That just seems weird to me. I think he might be a tag champion, or was a tag champion. But anyway, I'm going to leave this to go forward while I wait, I guess, for the viewing. Next show will be, what's first? Double or Nothing or All Out? All Out. Next show will be August 31st, 2019. I've got to go all the way to August. Matt Riddle too high to work. That being said, thank you all. I appreciate everything. Stay safe and look after yourselves.